Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about pop vinyls. Now, you might be like, "Oh God, pop vinyls." Yeah, I know. I think they're pretty garbage as well. But uh, considering I moved to Australia when I was 18, fresh off the boat, 18 years old, and well, where I'm from, kind of the countryside in the Netherlands, we don't really have any kind of media, article, collectibles, these kind of things. It's very hard to come by. More so, it's easier now. But when I left the Netherlands about 8 years ago, it was very difficult. It was very difficult to get products such as pop vinyls, and now they're bloody everywhere. But anyway, I never really liked them. I don't like the kind of aesthetic of them. I have quite a few. In fact, I have 26 of them today. We're gonna have a look at. A number of them are unboxed, and the box has been lost to time, but I have a couple that are still boxed. Again, like I said, I'm not a fan, but through younger relatives, gifts, a couple ones I've purchased myself when I first moved here, and a couple ones that Erica already had before we met. Because obviously you're in Australia, this kind of stuff was already relevant before I moved here. Now you might be thinking, oh, why are you doing this suddenly? This is you've had these for ages. Why are you suddenly doing this? And indeed, I have not bought any new ones for many years now. But I've been rewatching Ashens recently, and considering he's always been my favorite channel on YouTube, I thought, you know what, I would love to make a couple videos like him, and see what people think. So let's give it a go. Let's look at some of these bloody pop vinyls. What shall we start with? There's a couple that are bad. I don't have any terrible ones, apart from maybe one, but we'll get to that later. Let's show a couple off here. This is Arthas from World of Warcraft now, and Warcraft, Frozen Throne, etc. This is the Lich King. I say Arthas, it's the Lich King. He's already been fused with the crown, which I can't remember the name of. That's someone who's I've played World of Warcraft now 18 years, for God's sake, and I can't remember the name of the crown. Oh well. He doesn't have a sword, Frostmourne. I like the detailing on the well, I mean the detailing. You'd expect it, right? Especially for the price these bloody things cost. Has his white hair, and I like the detailing on the suit. Very nice, the suit of armor. The crown is a bit, because it's so big, it obviously is less detailed, but it's still quite nice. But of course, the thing that kind of ruins this figure is the bloody great eyes. It looks like shit. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. It just removes all the nuance from the character, and he doesn't look imposing. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. It makes. I also don't know what this is. What, he doesn't have a third eye. Is there some sort of crystal on the actual helmet? I don't think so. But yeah, this is one of the ones I probably would have bought when I moved to Australia, and I saw that they sold this, and I thought, oh, that's cool. And then I don't know why. I mean, you could buy so many nicer things for the same money. I know that now, but of course, when I moved here for the first time, I didn't. I thought it was cool. I was still a kid. I'm not using it as an excuse, but it is true. I have a couple more World of Warcraft ones. So this one wasn't related to the movie, but here we have, I believe, Ogrim Doomhammer with the titular Doomhammer there, with his bald head, and which gets very dusty. I had to clean all these before. Because obviously the ones that aren't in the box, they're just sitting around on the shelf and, well, gathering dust. So you have Ogrim Doomhammer. This was one that was branded. This was for the movie, the Warcraft movie that came out 10 years ago now. I always quite liked it, but it got very bad reviews, and people didn't really like it, and I thought it was cool. But, it is what it is. You don't really get... especially back then, I was so obsessed with World of Warcraft. They could have released anything, and I would have ate it up. Not so much now. I haven't really played that much over the past couple of years, to be honest. But yeah. Anyway, this is Ogrim Doomhammer. Could I tell you something about him? Not really. I don't know much about the lore for the first 2 video games. And obviously I don't know the lore of the movie. But that hammer is pretty important. And I believe that hammer, if I'm not mistaken, goes to Thrall, who's obviously the Horde war chief for a large part, and he's a shaman, and he's the main character. And anyway. Next up, another Warcraft or World of Warcraft character, Sylvanas. This one, as you'll see, again, see, because of the eyebrows, the eyes for Ogrim here, they're not as bad, right? It kind of works. Not so much for the Lich King, and neither for Sylvanas here, who is one of these. Some of these ones are kind of nice because they're bulky. Some of these, especially the female characters that are thin, and you'll see this in a second, they have this, this small body. But the problem is, because of the heavy head, they just fall over. Yeah, that's awful. I'm sorry, but so if you're very careful, they will stand up. But yeah, she's not standing up. It is awful. And although the character looks quite nice and the armor is well realized, the bow is crap. I mean, look at that. It's nothing. They didn't even attempt. I mean, it has to be kind of in scale. But then the head is oversized and naff, really. It's just trash. It has a bit of a stain on her head. On her what is this called? Her hood. Yeah, that's not that you can go over there, because that's. I like the character a lot, but yeah, that's a bit crap. And the final Warcraft one, I'll get to the other female characters in a second, is Illidan, which I think this one I like the most, because I think, if the eyes were slits, that would work a lot better, obviously. But he does wear the blindfold, because obviously he's blind, and then the eyes are, they light up in green, so it kind of works. He has his Warglaive. I'm kind of annoyed he doesn't have 2, because obviously he's meant to have 2. The Warglaive of Azeroth. It's not even. He has his wings, and the body is well done, I suppose, and his hair and his horns, but the face. He doesn't even have a mouth. I think that's so nice about this one is that it has a mouth. It has the eyes work. Anyway. Illidan, you can go over there, because you can actually stand up straight. Next up, so we got. Let's do another female one. So this one here is one that Erica had before I met her, which is Harley Quinn. But it's I believe it's the Arkham City Harley Quinn. If you look at the outfit there, that's what she wears in the video game Arkham City. If you've played that from 2010, I believe it is. I think in Arkham Knight and Arkham Asylum, she wears different things. She also seems to have a yellow stain on her face. That's not good. Should get that looked at. She's got the red and the black hair. Yeah, I quite like that outfit. And I think she also... Oh, there you go. She's standing. But I think she's the best out of the 3 female characters. She's kind of hunched forward. You can't really bend it back. She also has red stain through her hair. She's okay, but she will still just... if you can't just put it down, because it will just fall down. You have to exercise extreme caution if you want her to stay upright. That's Harley Quinn. There's a third one, which Erica also... This is the second one. So, yeah, a third female character, but this is the second one Erica owned, and this is Miranda from Mass Effect, her favorite game franchise. Although I think it's been overtaken kind of by Yakuza and Persona in the recent years, but she still does really love Mass Effect. Yeah, Miranda is kind of a, I've been recently replaying. Actually, the game I'm playing at the moment is the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, because I only ever played the first and second one, never the third. So I'm going through it now, and it's great fun. I'm in the second one, and I don't actually really know that much, but she also has these bloody stains on her, and it is paint. It is not like, I don't know where that comes from. Maybe just sitting on the shelf for a long time. I don't know. Again, massive head, no mouth. Her suit, her body, all that's fine. And there you go, she's kind of standing up, but again, she's so fragile, to just fall over. If you compare that to which is one of my favorite of the pop vinyls here. It's actually one of the best ones. This is Garrus from Mass Effect, and this is Mass Effect 2 Garrus because he has the wound on his face, and he has the what's that called? Like a some kind of lens thing, because he's a sniper in the second one. I think he's a Archangel, as they call him. He's like a bounty hunter type, who's kind of with you throughout the entire trilogy, which is great. He's one of the best characters for sure. And yeah, it's much better realized. He stands up straight, has his gear, much more. Look at the character, like how much more bulky it is, and very nicely done. He's kind of if you don't know Mass Effect, he's kind of like an alien type bird hybrid. He's kind of weird. The Turians are interesting. They're very well designed, and yeah, much more interesting than just the standard human there. Miranda, I was about to say Liara. That's a different character. But yeah, Garrus, you can go over there because you actually, your quality. Well, as far as pop vinyls go, now the females aren't the like falling over business isn't exclusive to the female characters. Actually, there's one more character here, Ryuk, from Death Note, with who's like a Shinigami, which is kind of like a like an angel of death kind of thing. Very dusty in his hair there. I did wipe them down, but this one has to be the absolute worst when it comes to the kind of sitting upright. Yeah, it completely, and it's so loud, so I don't want to have it fall down and make a loud noise, but it's so bad. It doesn't sit up at all. There we go. It's just so bad. He has this trademark apple that he loves eating. He has in almost every scene I remember he's eating an apple. But yeah, he's kind of the main character finds a book, and Death Note, yeah, you've heard of it, you've seen it. But yeah, he's kind of the Shinigami, the kind of the angel, or who's kind of the holder of the Death Note. If I remember correctly, I haven't seen it in yonks. It's been since pretty much I moved to Australia. Erica introduced me to it, actually. And here we have two that I don't actually remember at all getting. Oh gosh. This one, which is I think Reptar from the Rugrats cartoon. Erica must have gotten this from her siblings, like her youngest siblings or something. This is it's a little dinosaur. I mean, I'm not too familiar with Rugrats. I mean, I've seen a couple episodes, but I think I was too old when I saw that on TV. Yeah, not much to say really. It's a green dinosaur. It's a bit boring, but if you like Rugrats, I guess this is Lumpy from Winnie the Pooh. This is one of the side characters from Winnie the Pooh, the elephant, and I think with his little sea urchin on his head, it's Patrick Star. What does it say on the bottom? Disney Funko Pop made in China. Yeah. 2016, this one says. What did did all of them have it? Yeah, they actually all have when they've been made. What does the Garrus one say? 2013? God. See, some of those are pretty old. God, Funko Fock has been around for a while. But this here, Lumpy, I think I bought it for Eric as a gift because she loves elephants, or her siblings bought it for her again. I'm not sure. But again, a good realized character. It sits well on the shelf and it doesn't fall down, which is nice. I actually realized that two more of these they're ours now. I've co-opted them, but they were Erica's before we met. One of these here is actually really nice. This is Reaper from Overwatch. Yeah, never played Overwatch much, or much at all really. With his two revolvers. Why does he get two revolvers, whereas Illidan there only has one glaive? Very scratched up. She's had this for years. I mean, it's 2015. Wait, 2015 I can't read. 2015 or 2016, but this has been around for years, and I do understand. It does look quite nice. Again, I think these characters that have kind of these non-circular eyes, like these ones all do, but the black eyes, they work better than, say, this one, or I think actually Ryuk here actually does work because it has like it's two tones, so you can kind of, it kind of works. Anyway, I think the ones that have the black eyes, they do work better, and yes, that one does sit down, even though it's a bit wobbly. The last one she had, which I think is probably my least favorite of all, is this kind of nicely blood splattered, if you can see that, Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead. This one is one of the oldest ones. 2012. This one is from. God, 12, almost 13 years ago. This is from. Very scratched up. When I'm looking at it, it's quite nice that it has the blood splatter. If it didn't have the blood splatters, it would be incredibly dull. Especially because it doesn't really look like Daryl Dixon or Norman Reedus in the face. That's not good, but yeah, that's quite nice. When I look at it again, but it's a bit dull, but it is what it is. Then I have oh god, I got this as a gift. Can't remember from who because it's from 2017. Must have been Erica's siblings again. I got this as a gift because I've always loved it. Just like Ryuk, the hair is extremely dusty, very pointy hair. This is Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and specifically Kingdom Hearts 3, I think that outfit is from. And this came out, obviously, when the game Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced. I don't think it came out until 2019, 18. I have a copy of the game completely sealed because I never ended up playing it. Yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts 1. Absolutely loved Kingdom Hearts 2, and then never even played Kingdom Hearts 3. I'll play it on PC eventually. Having 2 Keyblades, I don't remember, this is the original one. He has in all the games, and this is a special one. I mean, you get bloody dozens of them throughout the games. This is a nice red fit. But again, no black eyes, fine, but no mouth, stains on the face. So, and yeah, it does sit well. That's good. I've got 2 more here that are unboxed, and they are wrestling ones, actually. They are wrestling ones, and these are from, what year? 2017 as well, so you can tell when I moved to Australia there. This is Chris Jericho, and you can tell he's already older. He's definitely old now, but back here he was already in wrestling. He's already been wrestling for 25 years at this point, at least. The List of Jericho. This was sort of, if you don't know about wrestling, this was a character. Chris Jericho is a kind of legendary wrestler. He played a character in around this time, 2015, 16, 17, where he had a horrible piece of dust in between there. I have to get that out. Where he played a character, kind of had a mustache, and he had this clipboard, which was called The List of Jericho, where he would kind of, every segment he was in, he would be like, oh, you're going on the list, because, oh god, wrestling's stupid, but I did always love it. I haven't really watched for many years now. I don't know why I'm kind of stroking his face. Poor guy. It does say GOAT on the back, greatest of all time. Well, he is a legend. He's been doing it for longer than most, if any, wrestlers, really. Yeah, very stand-up guy, from all accounts, and yeah, great wrestler. Just but do you have to continue that long? I don't know. Maybe if that's what you enjoy, that's what you should do. But then we have a wrestler whose career was very much cut short, and who went on to become a successful writer and did plenty of other stuff. Nice hair. This kind of look like a chocolate bar, with his trademark flannel and his thumbs up. Have a nice day and all that. This is Mick Foley, and this is not one of his characters like Cactus Jack or Dude Love or indeed Mankind. This is actually Mick Foley, the guy, because of course, when he was Mick Foley later on in his career, when he came back for his fight against Edge at WrestleMania and fight against Randy Orton at Backlash 2004, which is a fantastic match, he wore this kind of outfit where he wore a flannel, kind of his standard, his fit where he's not playing a character basically. And great guy, did some insane stuff in his time. He did lose an ear, which is a shame that they didn't actually. Well, I suppose it's a bit gruesome, but he did lose an ear, I think, way before he became champion and all that kind of stuff. Back in the early 90s, he lost his ear in a match, I think in Mexico or somewhere. He was fighting Vader, I think, and he got his head caught between the ropes, and like he was caught between, and he had to kind of wrench himself out, but the ropes, obviously very tough, ripped off part of his ear, which is kind of awful. But yes, anyway, great guy, great wrestler, and that's Mick Foley. Now, that is it for the kind of, I've already been going for 20 minutes, God. Sorry about that, but that is it for all the ones I have here that are unboxed. Let me grab the boxed ones for you now. Hope you enjoy. Alright, now, I actually realized that we have one more that is unboxed, and, if there is any more around the house, don't worry about those. If they're not anywhere in sight, I probably don't want them in sight, frankly. But I have this one here, and I completely forgot about it, and it's always been sitting there. And it's always just been sitting there, because I actually really like this one. It's so derpy looking. It's like... It's of course Upper from the Legend of Aang series on Nickelodeon. And if you're around my age, 25 or so, you will definitely have seen this at some point. Maybe not the entire series, but a part of it, or an episode here or there. But this is basically the kind of beast, creature, animal thing that Aang, the main character, the titular avatar, rides places, and it's this kind of cute. Kind of, it doesn't look quite this derpy in the series. I don't remember so. It has this little tongue out there, very cute. It's kind of, it's a nice shape. It's different. When is this from? 2018, Viacom. And this one, it's different. It has a nice shape. It obviously sits flat very simply because it's quite heavy compared to the rest. Yeah, it's nicely detailed. It has a cute look. Yeah, it's I like it. It's very nice. It's quite a nice figure. And the actual big head makes sense because the character has a big head. So this is kind of what the character looks like, which I do enjoy. Yeah, it's a great thing. I'm gonna put that back where it was because it has been sitting there for years, and I will keep it there. Now, I have 10 boxed ones. I thought I only had 8, but 2 of them I just found, and I don't know why I have them. I don't know who bought them. I know it's not me, and I don't think it's Erica either. I don't know why, and I'll explain why it makes no sense, but this is Chica from Five Nights at Freddy's. What year? So what year is this from? 2016, with the original Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy the Pirate, sorry, Springtrap, which is, I think, the one from the 3rd game, and Nightmare Freddy. Not Golden Freddy, though. Maybe you can get that in a different set or whatever. Yeah, I quite like the design. I mean, I didn't buy it, and I know Erica didn't. I don't know where these are from, but I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's. None of them. And I was in school in 2014, in my last year of high school, and I remember kids playing it on the whiteboard, like the teacher's whiteboard, during breaks, lunch breaks. But I've never played it. I've seen the games, obviously, everyone has. But no, I've never played it. I do quite like this. It's kind of like weirdly inflated. It has a bib that says "Let's eat." This maniacal stare. It's kind of cool. I like it. I don't know. That's probably why we never got rid of it, because I do kind of like it. Wait, what? Why does this one say made in Vietnam when all the other ones say made in China? That's odd. That's odd. Yeah, that's odd. But that's not the only one. Look at this. Here's a Freddy one. With the titular character, Freddy Fazbear. I kind of like that. I like the way that they're inflated. They're obviously, and you can see the joints, which makes sense because they're animatronics, right? These are quite high quality. Again, made in Vietnam. Strange. But yeah, those are quite nice, and that's probably why I have never gotten rid of them. Even though I have no relation to the franchise whatsoever. Then I have one, which is a video game one, which I got as a gift as well. Most of these were gifts, that's why they haven't been taken out of the packet. This is Sekiro from Shadows Die Twice. Well, Sekiro from Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and it's the only one they made. I don't know where this came from. This is from, does it say 2021, 2 years after the game came out. I don't know why they made this. Kind of a strange thing to make into a figure, you know, that's kind of cutesy like this. It does kind of work, but odd, right? Odd. Strange. It's cool, but it's strange. It's definitely not one of my favorites. I like they've captured the kind of robotic hand, not robotic, you know, the implant kind of hand, the fake hand he has. It has a name and I can't remember it. It's been a couple of years since I played the game, but this has been taken out of the box quite obviously at some point, and making loud noises and annoying me. Anyway, then I have 3 real people here. That's obviously a thing that Funko Pop does, where they make these real people, you know, into these big-headed freaks, which obviously half the time doesn't work. Anyway, I have 4, which I really like. These are animation ones, anime, and very simply, one, which is this Dragon Ball Z one, which of Majin Buu. Yeah, looking very cute with his happy smile, his dead eyes, his big pajama pants, which I always really like. He's very chunky, very fat, which obviously he loves chocolate, and yeah, I mean he's a great character, isn't he? He's my favorite character of the entire franchise, and again a character that actually quite well works with this Funko Pop design, where he's fat. He's a fat character. He's a fat head. He's cute. It works, you know. Whereas you see these other characters like Krillin here, or Trunks, or Gohan, it doesn't work. It doesn't work as well. This one is from what year? Doesn't tell me. That's odd. 2018. See, these ones are made in China. How strange. What about the Sekiro one? Made in China. What's so different about the Five Nights at Freddy ones that they have to be made somewhere else? I don't know, but this one I like. This one I like. This is one of my favorite ones. Love Majin Buu, and I love that design because it just, you know, it works. Then I have one that definitely doesn't work, and definitely wouldn't work if you take it out of the packet. This is the Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is... I love Digimon, and I don't have any of the Digimon ones, but God, I'd probably say Yu-Gi-Oh! Is my favorite. It comes with Yami Yugi, Seto Kaiba, Dark Magician Girl, and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, obviously Dark Magician Girl, very cool character. But obviously it doesn't work. Her head is normal sized. And when I show you the next one, which is indeed the Blue Eyes White Dragon, that works way better, doesn't it? That is it. Yes, it's still a massive head on a smaller body, but it actually kind of makes sense. It's a big dragon, you know. I don't know if it can stand on its own. I'm not going to take it out of the packet because I do really like these Yu-Gi-Oh! Ones. I guess they're just, you know, some of my favorite things. Maybe I like the... I don't really mind the design as much. And I do like the way it's realized, this one. So I'm not going to complain. Anyway, now on to the last anime one. And this one here is definitely my favorite. It's the nicest detailed one, and apparently it's a special edition of some type. I don't know why. This is Yami Marek. I would love to have the Yami Bakura. I never was able to get it. I don't have the Exodia one. I don't have a Yugi. Well, let me fix the camera. Sorry about that. Oh, it's one of the big Exodia ones, right? It's like this big, which is cool. I would love the Red Eyes Black Dragon. I can't find any of those. Probably sold out. Pegasus would be cool. And I remember there's a they did one of the big ones of the god cards like Slifer, the Sky Dragon, Obelisk, the Tormentor, and the Winged Dragon of Ra, which I would have loved to have had, but I just don't have the money or the space. Look at his crazy hair. I mean, are we going to take it out? No, we'll leave it closed. But look at that hair. Insane. Could stab someone to death with that. It's got he's Yami Marek, so he's the evil version, right? He has his dual disc. You can tell this is from the second season. He has his dual disc, his cards, his Millennium Rod. I don't know if you can make that out. His earrings, the Millennium symbol on his forehead there. Some kind of special edition. I don't know why it's a special edition. Oh, I just realized. It's a special edition because it doesn't come up on the back here. Maybe it's like a limited release or something. This one's made in Vietnam again. What's going on there? That's odd. Were the other ones made in Vietnam? Surely not. No, they're made in China. What? Why is this one? This one is a special edition because it's made in Vietnam. That's bizarre. I know they made a. I've seen the Wheeler ones around and the Yugi ones, but I'm not particularly interested. I would like the Bakura one. That would be really cool. The Yami Bakura one. Doubtless they made one for each form of each character, like they always do for all of these bloody things. And now we have come to the final three, which are real people. And it's an odd selection of people to have. But yeah, somehow we have acquired these, and let me go through them now. So first of all, this one is bizarre. Post Malone, the pop star, rock star. He does have a song called Rockstar, doesn't he? But this is he's a musical artist. This is clearly from an older. This is an older one, made in China. Beer Bongs and Bentleys. Yeah, so for the 2018 album release, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, actually. Because you can see here that he doesn't have all of his tattoos that he does now. And he's kind of in a satin suit, throwing up the horns there with his trademark cigarette and Bud Light. Well, could be anything in that cup, really. Could be coffee, could be cyanide. But no, yeah, Post Malone, great guy, good artist, can actually sing. Always tired. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I don't know why I have this, but it's not the worst thing. It actually looks like him. I do like that they done the thing where you can kind of see the bottom of his eyes there. It's kind of closed, which is good because he doesn't have kind of like what's that called? Kind of what's that called when you have it under your eyes? I'll put it on the screen. Bloody hell. Moving on, here we have Steve Irwin, the Australian legend, and this is actually from Australia Zoo, home of the crocodile hunter, which I've been to many times because it's only down the road. Really, it's about an hour drive north, just outside of the city. Steve Irwin, yeah, sadly passed away. There, the crocodile hunter, passed away in 2006, 2005, maybe. Where's this made? Vietnam again. Trademarks including Steve Irwin, Australia owned by Israeli Zoo Party Limited, may only be used with express permission. Yeah, of course, because he obviously sadly passed away from being attacked by a stingray. Being not attacked really, but being poked through the heart by a stingray, which is very sad. And his kids are running the zoo, and there are many employees, and it's a great place. It's a lovely place to go. A good day to spend with your family. Highly recommended there. If you come to Australia, especially to Queensland, Australia Zoo is especially a place where you should visit. So yeah, it's just a nice commemorative thing of the crocodile hunter there, holding a small baby alligator. Oh, it wouldn't be an alligator. It would be a crocodile, wouldn't it? He's not the alligator hunter, is he? With all lovely pictures on the back there with him holding different animals, a tiger, crocodile, a koala there. Yeah, great guy. Gone too soon. That got a bit sad, really. But now let's talk about the last one and lighten up the mood a little bit. And this is the last one. Oh, God. See, that's what I mean. They just fall over at the slightest inconvenience. This is, and I'm going to say it in Dutch, Max Verstappen, who's a Formula 1 driver, and, well, I will say, I do like the detail there on the old racing suit and the hat, but the face is so bland, it's unbelievable. I think we got this as a gift, and for some reason, Sergio Perez there, who's his teammate, is darkened out, as well as Max Verstappen pop rides. Collect them all. No, I won't. When is this from? This has to be the newest one. 2023, yeah. Made in Vietnam. Yeah, 2023. This is the only one that I think Erica purchased it last year when he became a 3-time world champion or something. But yeah, he's a local hero from my town. Now he's going to be a 4-time world champion soon, and yeah, he's a bit of a local flavor to add to the collection. And in English, people will say Max Verstappen, but you actually say Verstappen, which is anyway. That's Dutch for you there. Makes no sense, right? I wonder, actually, because it says Sergio Perez there, and you can see Sergio Perez rides, bizarre, with the actual cars, which would have been cool to have. But I wonder if they ever did other Formula One drivers. They did heaps of NBA and football players and whatnot, but never seen another Formula One driver. I should look into that, because that would be actually kind of cool if they had a Hamilton, a Lewis Hamilton, a Michael Schumacher, although I don't think they would do that. Sadly, Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso. Yeah, that's nice. But anyway, that was the Funko Pops. I hope you enjoyed that. That's all I have, unfortunately, but probably thankfully actually, because it would clutter up the house and destroy everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy these kinds of videos where I kind of go through, I was thinking, maybe I should just buy some knockoff toys and completely rip off Ashens' content, but I'm just a bit sad, really. He hasn't been uploading that much this year, and it's kind of gotten me nostalgic, so I went back and watched all the old videos, and well, now I wanna make videos like him. I've always wanted to make videos like him, but I thought, now he's not uploading. Maybe I can fill a void, Oh, I can never fill the void in my heart, though.